Hello everyone, welcome to our third lesson of electronic devices. In this lesson, we are going to go through the basics of an electronic component called a diode. Some of you might be familiar with this component. A diode is used in many applications. We find them in power supplies. We also find them in wave shaping devices and many other applications. So without any further delay, let's get started with the lesson. A diode. A diode is an electronic switch which turns on and off depending on the polarity applied across it. So it's an electronic switch. This is very important, guys. A diode is just an electronic switch. It switches on and off depending on how you apply a DC voltage across its terminals. So in front of you are a couple of pictures of a diode. This is the diode and this is the schematic symbol of the diode. As well as this picture here, we have a real picture of a diode. This is what you would see in real world, and this is the schematic symbol of the diode. And this picture also shows you the diode and how it operates and what it is made of. It is made from joining two regions, two silicon doped regions, a P region and an N-type region, which they form a junction. This junction, it's also called the depletion region. So the N region of the diode is called the cathode. This is this side. So the cathode is this white part, this white part of the diode. So here's our cathode. Schematically, it is represented by a straight line, as you can see, a straight vertical line. And the P region of the diode is called the anode. And schematically, it is represented by this triangle, this darkened triangle. And in a real diode, it is just the black part of the diode. So yeah, as you can see, the cathode has a negative and the cathode is obviously negative just because here, if you remember from our previous lessons, we know that a p-typed doped silicon regions has surplus electrons. It has many free electrons, and the anode, which is the p region, has holes, and that's why it is given this positive symbol. So a diode is formed by joining an n-type and a p-type doped material. And if you remember from our previous lesson, we looked at what happens when we join an N and a p-typed material. That is going to be important in understanding the operation of the diode. In front of you is a picture of the diode, but now we are representing with everything like in the atomic level. So here we have a diode in front of you. You have a diode. This is the N region and this is the P region. In the N region, we know we have many free electrons. In the P region, we have holes. These are our holes. So as you might remember from the first slide, we said a diode is an electronic device which will turn on and turn off depending on how a polarity is applied across its terminals. As you can see in the picture in front of you, we have a DC voltage. We have a battery connected across the terminals of the battery. So